EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Trap 60.
Stroud looking to change the play. He's got a man, complete. Look at the big man rumble. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
And that is a great answer here offensively in this first quarter. You start the game flat, your defense gives up a quick touchdown, but you turn right around and take it down the field yourself quickly and finish with the touchdown run. This could be a game of offense. We've seen two sharp drives in the first few minutes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Gino on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10.
24 is the mic. Warriors 17. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 24 is the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes. Patch it. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Stroud.
Now that'll be caught by Cup. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Street. Pick me up. Here we go. Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Stroud and company going for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 24. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Third down and 1 as they've got it as we resume action. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one goes for 8 yards.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
19 right. 24 is the mic.
That's Stroud now to throw. Taking a shot for Dell here.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Pioneer.
Stroud to throw it.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Stroud.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 48 yards.
And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now Geno. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The 20. Down to the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Geno now to throw. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this one is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, down at the 31.
Stroud sets up the play action. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
To throw is Smith.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Cooper Kupp,
38 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Second and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
178 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Smith. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Stroud on 3rd down now. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A nice gain of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that one complete downfield to Allen.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Stroud looking to throw. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Raiders are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Stroud off the play fake.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch 7.
Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. 4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. That's caught again by Schultz.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Again, it's Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Switch. He's crashing.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Check 49. Check 49. He's coming.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Here goes Stroud again.
Forced out to his left.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game.